Hello. It has been a little while for me, but likely only like a week or less for you. Maybe you're watching this 17 years down the future. Like, what did old Monster Hunter used to be? This random guy played one. Alright, let's click on this like halfway through. We'll see what's going on. If so, hello. I've been doing some grinding. I don't know why I'm walking away. I know what I have to do. I've done some grinding with the intention of making the Rathlos gear. Now, this requires a few things, so I've slayed a couple of Azure Rathlos. We were getting Dragonite the whole game, so that's nice. I guess we're just gonna go through and start making the stuff now. Equip this item. I don't know why it says I have a Kezu. Oh, I do have a Kezu helm. I was thinking of a Kelby. Alright, Rathlos helm on. Rathlos soul mail. Next is Rathlos soul braces. Rathlos soul coil. And hopefully my math is right and we can finish off with a Rathlos soul greaves. Now, the shells ended up taking me long because I just wasn't getting good drops on them. Everything else was pretty okay. I think there's a fire stone that you need for Rathlos soul coil. You can get that like 2 different ways. You can send out the cat from your farm to the volcano for like 300, 500 points. Or you can go to the volcano or gathering. I think you find in Area 6. So, with that, I don't have the stuff to do my tactical blade yet. I haven't grinded that out because I'm kind of in a position where I think I'm going to try the Valkyrie blade. I'm not going to use it right now because it's not stronger than what I have. But I'm going to make it. I'm not going to use it because we're going to go, I think it's the Spartacus blade is what we're going for, which seems to be the lowest rarity between these, so it's kind of like, oh, why would you go for that? But if my research is correct, this is going to be a good long-term blade if I continue on, like depending on how far I have to go in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. This is a good blade to have because it goes up to a pretty high rank and it ends up on a weapon that you can probably use for most of everything in the game. Aside from that, I think I have from mining, I got one of these. So let's see what it gives us. No, just Defender. Okay, nothing crazy. Now, we want to improve this armor. Because before, I think we were 3 off. So let's throw 3 on everything. Then I'll go back around. A little disorienting, but it's okay. Alright, so now everything is basically as strong as the Kezu gear. Now we're going to be adding some improvements. I'm actually going to be stronger, or have a little bit higher defense than I did before. And I think, yeah, I should be able to, put this up to at least 50 on everything. Awesome. All right. Now, yeah, unless we switched gears, I'll put it on my thing. But that's not too bad. I mean, we can't take hits from Dragon, and we can't take water hits. But you know what? There aren't a tremendous amount of Dragon elemental attacks, so broadly speaking, I think we're okay. Just as well, this is the new gear. Really cool. Love a good Monster Hunter Rathlos set. And the blue one looks pretty sweet. It's kind of funny, we in so far have not done a red one, but the Azure, it's going to, maybe we'll even see it. Yeah, attack up medium, and I get some earplugs. I don't know how strong the earplugs are, but that means I won't react to some roars, which is awesome. I can't complain whatsoever. So with that, I guess now we have to go and do some quests. I figured a good place to start is actually with some of the other grinding that I did, which would be... Oh man, this box is a mess, but I got 24 frogs. We will take 10 of them. Here, I'll pet the poog. Okay. Great. We now have the love of a pig. And with that, I think we're going to go try and get a Plesioth to finish out some stuff. Now, I think a clear went away as a result of some things. I don't really know what was going on there. Maybe I had a clear before and like a new quest popped up. I don't know. But that being said, we're going to go and deal with this Plesioth. Now, I don't even think it's going to, honestly. You know what? I should read the thing. I found a giant water wyvern in a cave in the desert. I can't defeat it because it stays underwater. Slay it for me and the glory is all yours. Okay. Do I have all of my stuff? I do. Am I bringing stuff I don't need out? No, nothing I can't put away later. I did buy some Psycho Serum, though I haven't used it. The same goes to the Farcaster. Alright. Yeah, now, we are very over-geared for this fight, so I don't actually expect it to take too long. It's kind of just like a moderate degree of completionism. And then one of the quests I think I'm going to have to do is going to be dealing with more Plesioths at the higher rank. So I figure why not kind of work on some practice. Get a feel for how Plesioth is in this version of the game. It's probably not majorly different than the PlayStation 2 one I was doing. Okay. Now, I don't want anything else to try and get this. But I also don't hear a Plesioth. Can it be other places? Yeah, because like usually if there is going to be one, you can kind of see it out there. Well, that's okay. Maybe it's over. I mean, it's in a cave, so it you know, it's probably somewhere in a cave, but I just wanted to look. I don't know why. Weird impulses. Yeah, maybe I'll go up to 7? Is 7 a cave, or 7 looks like a desert based on the texture? I'm really kind of surprised it's not in there. I don't even know, does Plesioth have anywhere else it'll go? Is it there and I'm just like not being persistent enough? Who knows? Yeah, I just mean like sometimes you can hear it. It'll like make a noise. Ah. Neat. The briefing said an underwater cave. This looks to be, since it passes through, what I would call a river. Now, I have this recollection about Plesioth. I remember in the first game, or Monster Hunter Freedom 1, which is, basically the first game too. You could not get the Plesioth to fight you, basically, unless you had the frogs. Like, it just wouldn't happen. You wouldn't come out enough, and you would time out on the fight. As other editions of the game came out, I remember that being less and less of a requirement and more of a nice commodity. Given that he's not going to take a frog right now anyways, and he does seem actively engaged with me just from the water, I'm kind of thinking, did they already make this change? Like, he's eventually going to cycle through and, yeah, like, come out. So the question becomes, was I hesitant in waiting to get frogs? Wow, you're big. All right, well, that was a pretty pointless voyage on land there, Plesioth. No, okay, you just need to wet your whistle again really quick. All right. Well, maybe I'll get some attacks in you. No, you're gonna do it again? Wow, this is some weird logic. I'm just gonna like squat. I don't even know what to do to participate. Okay, thank you. If I just stand by the delivery cactus, I get a Plesioth. Yeah, the only issue with monsters this big is like they can like be moving all over your ooh. But yeah, that didn't really hurt that much, so I'll eat tail swipes for breakfast, yo. No, I don't actually want that. But even the tackle, you know what? That's not too bad. All right, let's get some herbs out. I do wonder though, because of this being a 3-star village quest, I have now the attack up from the blue Rathlos, the Soul Azure stuff. And they have a pretty higher rank sword. Is the only real defense just not being hit? Because I think if he takes any degree of consistent hits, he's basically done for. Then again, I guess that's kind of the case for everything. Here, let me just simplify existence for you. You are in it, then you're not. Whoa, man. every video game to rip off of every video game. When you reduce something down like that, when you look at just the essentials of something, you can kind of lose what it is. You know, I think that's something parents do a lot, like when, at least back in the day. More parents play video games now, so I think they get it. But you go back, and you're like, oh, what are you even doing? You're just running up some ladders, or, you know, looking at some brick walls. Like, if you look at something sometimes just as what it presents as, you're missing the point, because there's more to it, you know? Like, reading isn't just going, oh, you know what? I know that word. I know that word too. There's more than just the technical analysis and appraisal of what something is. And such is the same for the differences between regularly fighting something and being in a position where you'll kind of destroy it if you get in close. Effectively the same thing, but one feels a lot different than the other. You know what? That laser beam is devastating, and I have a -2 to water. So I'm pretty happy with where that left me. I'm getting the distinct feeling that I may have needed 0 frogs. Oh, that was a fluky dodge. Like, I'll take it, but I expected to get hit there. I guess it's the nature of this thing's size kind of working against it. Oh, tail smack. But I did get to put my sword away before, which is kind of all that matters. Okay. Ooh. Kind of coming back into place. Ooh, flopping around. Now, I could take a bad hit from where I'm at with HP and, like, be... Oh, I get it. He's, like, trampling me, and I'm, like, soaking damage or something. Ooh, that sucks. That feels... I don't know. That feels incorrect, but what can I do? Argue with it? I mean, I guess I could. That's kind of that's the nature of a lot of things nowadays. I think folks like finding one minute point and then talking about that forever, and now analyzing it, determining what it means, what it could mean, what's its intended statement, what's its unintended statement. And I know that because I'm the type of person who likes that type of thing too. I love analysis of fine details. I think it's really remarkable to me what somebody can see in somebody else's work. It might even just be like, as an author. Oh, you can't say that without like doing a pretentious accent. But like as a creator myself, you know, the idea that somebody could gain significance in between the things that I was creating, you know, like where I was trying to add what I have to say and think, and that prompted them to find something worthwhile internally as well. That's an amazing thing. Like when you see how much, you know, Star Wars has inspired, I don't even know what's more fulfilling, like all the money you make from Star Wars or the knowledge that you made Star Wars. You know, is the money even as great as it is and as, you know, massive a sum as Star Wars has generated? Is being a part of it still a little bit more satisfying? It would be for me anyways. Like the idea that you can create a story that resonates with so many people. And, you know, makes them want to create their own stories too. Because I have a lot of, you know, sometimes friends will like come up. They're like, hey, I know you're an author and you put out a few books. do you feel like I'm trying to like steal your thing if I want to write too? And I'm like, no, man, I don't want my own books to be the only thing on my bookshelf. Like that would be lame as fuck. You know, I want tons of books on my bookshelf. I want books from a ton of different authors on my bookshelf. So I would not want to be the only creator. I'd like to inspire somebody else to create stuff, and maybe they'll inspire me to create something else. You know, maybe we'll create something together. That's one of the most amazing things. Like even now working with a cast of people, it's been really unique to temper yourself and merge ideas and processes. And you can always do your own thing. It's not like you're losing anything. But seeing what you can achieve with many hands just as well, that's why you do it. And that's cool. The creative force of people being applied is a pretty amazing thing. That Plesioth lasted about as long as I thought, maybe a little bit longer. I didn't eat any frogs, so that was a waste of my time. Well, even though I don't need my frogs, I feel as if I shouldn't abandon them just yet. I'm not certain why I feel that way, but I don't know, I'm just the tiniest bit worried. That's cool. Now, I think I could go fight some Lanustras and Chameleoses. And you know what? That's not a horrible idea. We have Plesioth and Green Plesioth, Pink Raytheon, Diablos and Black Diablos. Slay the Teostra. Or Teostra. I think it's Teostra. Hunt 2 Shogun Centaurs. That's not terribly crazy. So, that's not a whole whack of hard things. I think what's preventing us from finishing off 2 is the golden fish. Now, I bought bait from, like, the pink lady that's behind us right now. And I haven't tried to use the bait, but I know it's kind of like an RNG toss. I think that's the only thing that's left there. Yeah. On 3, oh, okay, there's a green Plesioth that popped up. So I guess we'll go fight a green Plesioth. Hunt down the water wyvern that keeps harassing my shipyard. Your target is a monster covered in green scales that is far more powerful than its cousin. Okay. Oh, wait, I already bought my stuff. It should be fine. It might just be a Plesioth episode. Maybe I'll go do the higher rank Plesioth after this. You know, it kind of, for me anyways, when I play a new Monster Hunter game, I'll say new, like when I start a new file, more accurately. When I start a new file, I tend to push up to a certain point as far as I can with what I have, so that I can open up the largest available pool of resources to draw from. That being, you know, higher level monster drops, higher level monsters. I say level loosely. I'm just talking about how strong they are, what star quest you can access them on, how tough, you know, whatever, the quality of the materials. I don't think there are set levels. There's like ranks or something. So I kind of like to do that because you have a really wide breadth of options when you decide to go, okay, I want this armor, I want this sword, this bowgun, whatever. And it kind of means, unless I'm playing casually, like in my own time, I won't do every armor set or something like that. I'll be a bit more purpose-built. And I'm not really opposed to completionism in Monster Hunter. I think it's a really fun thing to do after you've gotten about as far as you can. You know, there's some really big moments hidden in Monster Hunter, especially some of the older ones. And we will try and get there and show that off. There's oh, nice. There's two big hunts that I'm thinking of specifically. Did he just leave? Okay, I'm gonna presume that was an area transition. Yeah. Okay, well, hey, I get to use my frog. No, I'm gonna get hit by a velociraptor or something. Plesioth. Okay, I will kill these raptors really quick. Do 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 do. Okay. Great. Now, is he still here? I don't know. I'm gonna try. I think I see him really far down there. Yeah, he just rose up. Come on, yeah, detect the frog. Come on. Let's party. Nope, come here. Bring your purpleness over here, please. Your green and purpleness. Come on, do it before a raptor gets me. I would... Yes? Perfect. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Now we're into green Plesioth. Basically the same thing, a bit more aggressive. This one is, again, they're just huge. Oh no, this could be a death actually. Like sometimes things go wrong, right? I'm happy to have survived. Get my confidence back up a little bit more. Oh, and lose it immediately. No. Is he raged off of that catch, or... Hey, buddy. I know, that looks kind of brutal. I don't know. Could I have kicked you? I should have just kicked you. Okay. How's this gonna go? Am I far enough away to not get hit? Let's watch the Plesioth show. No, okay, we're not gonna get to watch very long. Ooh. Oh. I was pulled in by the gravitational power of his butt. Oh, wow. Okay, I might get demolished here by a random green Plesioth. Oh, yeah, I'm totally going to get demolished. That is hilarious. And I didn't paintball either, so I'm just, like, being reckless right now. My Plesioth game is lacking. That's fine. Because I guess the thing is too is like, not that I'm making excuses. I died. That's fine. I'm not opposed to that. But there is also the consideration of like, oh, I forgot. No, wait, no. It's just like you don't fight him all that much. So I really won't lie and say I have good muscle memory for a Plesioth. Did he flee the area? Yeah. Okay, that sounded like he left. What is going on? Ow. Did he go back over here? Yeah. I'm having troubles understanding how this is working, but all right. Can that reach? Nice. Ooh, brutal. All right, well, I'll strap on my boots a little bit tougher. Tighter, not tougher. Toughly strapped boots. Doesn't really sound like anything. Oh no. Yeah, he can cover so much space, I think, is one of the issues. And with the way that monsters hit when they collide walls in this game, like you'll see it, you even saw it when he flew directly at me. Instead of hitting the wall and deciding to stop or crash, kind of like a Diablos would, he slides along the wall, kind of moving often towards you, but in a air quotes random direction, sliding kind of whichever vertex he hits, or vertex. And that's okay, but it does mean you can even see it kind of there too. He hit this, and instead of that stopping him, he kind of like slid around it. Oh well. Bro. Okay. So much plesiothing. Yeah, I mean, there's a really good example of it. Oh, okay, right. I guess that deals damage, but ugh. I really wish it didn't. Yeah, so this beach is a pretty dangerous spot to fight something like this, because he doesn't have room to kind of move organically. He gets stuck on all the objects, and then in getting stuck on those objects, he slides into you, which just makes the process a little bit tougher. Oh, darn. This might be a better area to fight him. But yeah, he really likes returning home like every moment. Can he like sleep bomb me? Wow. Absolutely just getting demolished by Green Plesiov. Although this is the more horrifying version. I feel like those colors, they evoke a sort of do not mess with this thing, which I guess makes sense if it's putting me to sleep with like poison or something. It is giving me the signs of something not to touch if I were in a jungle. I kind of want to try a Sonic Bomb again, but I don't want to risk it. And is he area transitioning? That probably would have been a great opportunity for it. Oh, well. Okay, it's a fight between 3 and 4, I guess. Hey, Plesioff, come on. Thank you. I don't know why I keep on falling for that. Okay. Oof. Now, I bet if I had like a Kieran Thunder Sword, this fight would be going pretty differently, actually. Oh. Oh, God. Come on. All right. Darn. I don't know if I've even staggered this guy yet. Okay. Well, now I have. Good. Oh, darn. Now that... Okay, I mean, I guess that's just the classic Plesioff, like, slam sucks, but... Man, does it really, that can hit you from behind his own leg. At least it feels like it. Whew. Yeah, my cat, get in there. Okay, I'll take it. Well, that was a fight. I don't know what else to say. I feel like somebody else might be like, oh man, like and subscribe this video if you hate green Plesioffs too. But I just like, I don't know, man. It feels like something like that is so, like, do you not know how YouTube works? Do you need me to, you know, like make your choices for you? Like, do those things if you want to do them, but also, like, don't feel like you fucking gotta. I watch a lot of the Let's Plays that I watch. I'll just, like, find a random game that I'm interested in, click through a few folks to find someone who kind of has a voice that I'm into, and, you know, I'll just watch the whole series, but I don't subscribe all the time, so I don't know. I don't take that personally. All right, well, if that experience didn't bring us enough joy, the next one will. Guess we're gonna do both of those together and finish off this higher rank one. And you know what? I'll go back really quick. Hunt down the water wyvern that keeps harassing my shipyard. Your target is a monster covered in green scales that is more powerful than his cousin. Did I read that already? What is happening? All right. Hunt the Plesioth and the green Plesioth. The water wyvern known as Plesioth is raging in the jungle, and not just one of them. Head off immediately to slay them. All right. I don't know what a princess is doing hanging out in the jungle, but like I'll heed the request. And like, is this some sort of Princess Mononoke situation? Is it an entirely different situation? Do you just need to learn to love the Plesioth instead of hunting them? Hi, Plesioth. I have a frog for you. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. He doesn't eat frogs. He has anger. Now again, because this is a double hunt, I'm kind of hoping that these things drop really quick. We will, of course, see how lucky I get. Dun, 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 dun. All right. I have an affinity for water monsters. Like, I kind of want to like them more than you get the opportunity to, at least in this game, because there aren't many water monsters in Freedom. There's like I actually don't know if there are any others in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. There's some creatures that might use water. Maybe like bubbles. Yeah, like some of the crabs shoot bubbles and stuff. But I don't know. Very few other monsters in this game are like water-based in the same way, and we won't see that until I would say Try, because that was the original game's release. But 3 Ultimate is actually where we'll go in and deal with the swimming, because I don't think they brought it back in the next game. Monster Hunter 4, which it kind of, I think, I wonder what the sales for that game were. Did it sell really, really, really well? I know it had a really cool story. I have not played 4. It's a great shame of mine. I plan on doing so. But I know 4 released on 3DS. But the game that came previous, you had Try, which spawned like 3 Ultimate and 3 Ultimate Portable. And there's 3 Ultimate Portable on 3DS. I'm not thinking the 3rd Portable HD, which was the Japanese only release. It's in a completely different village. I'm talking about the one that kept swimming. And then there's the 3DS, and there's a Wii U version of that game. But if you go from the Wii U version of the game to Monster Hunter 4, it's kind of crazy to see the differences. Like, Try is a very good looking game, especially for like Monster Hunter in that era. It was probably the best looking game until World came out. Even though like 4 had really cool gameplay additions. Like it introduced the climbing and mounting monsters mechanic. And like I said, apparently has a more involved story, which leads way to the story or the story structure from World, which is more involved itself. But the graphics for 4 went back to this type of thing. Whereas, yeah, Tri didn't have that. So it was an interesting choice to make. I think it was a choice that only makes sense if you have some sort of partnership plan or incentive with Nintendo. To, like, create things portably. Now, that being said, I also understand that Monster Hunter in Japan is a totally different beast compared to Monster Hunter as it is taking form in North America, because portable things are way bigger overseas. Now, just as I understand it, right? But like phone games have a larger market and bigger pull. Portable games definitely are the preference. Portable consoles get more use, which is fine, but it does make sense that, like, why would you make a game on a console that nobody can get it, or you're gonna be missing out on a huge chunk of your base or whatever, right? Okay, well, that is the green one taken care of, which puts us in a pretty good position for the next one, because I don't imagine the regular Plesioth will take any more or have any more health or be in any way similar or dissimilar. All right, are we gonna do it here? No, that looked like an area transition. Oh. No. Damn bugs. Wait. Wait. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Yep. No, wait. Now it makes more sense. I was just temporarily speaking from the future. I didn't mess up the only language that I claim to speak. I've actually tried other languages. Being Canadian, I feel, an eternal guilt that I don't speak very good French. And I have tried to learn French a lot of times. I went to something called a French immersion school, which is like where you sit in the classroom and a teacher from Quebec gets really, really upset at her life choices in front of you. And I say that jokingly because, like, that just seemed to be what the classes were. As much as, like, they were about the subjects themselves, because you learned all your regular schooling, you just happened to do it in French. And because you were, at the time, a beginner French speaker, every class was kind of a French language class. Even if you were talking about science, the science professor would have to stop her lecture to be like, this is the word for water, you like fucking noobs, like there's always that element that I could tell was really grating to the teachers, especially too, like, whether or not you're acquainted with the Canadian situation. Not all the provinces boast as large a French-speaking population as the others. That's really interesting. I guess getting flown over puts you to sleep. I never knew that. I don't know why I don't know that. And it's tough to see folks try and like adhere to a culture that isn't giving them a space as much. You know, not that I'm aware of it. You know, we have French restaurants, but there isn't like as commonly like a little France, if you know what I mean, or in the Canadian context, like a little Quebec or Quebec. I don't know whatever you want to pronounce. I don't know, man. Now that being said, too, there are I understand some of the complaints leveraged against the other side, because like it's weird to share the heritage of your country with another colonial power, because you know the English took over Canada and push out a large majority of First Nations people to get the land, and the French did the same thing, but they didn't get to keep as much of Canada at the end of the day. And now we're all kind of one country. But the French in Quebec, they have this movement that is about separating from the rest of the country. And it's because there's enough, you know, a significant enough difference in the culture that, as I understand it, you know, a lot of French-speaking Quebec people don't consider themselves Canadian first. They're Quebec first or Quebecois, and they are Canadian second, if at all. And that's pretty interesting, because like I'm in such an opposite boat. Like I feel so mismatched where I live in the country, what's popular here, what the political situation is like here, what the sociological cultural situation is like, you know. What's the lexicon of the people who live here? What do they prefer to do? How do they talk to each other? I feel very largely like the other in almost every situation. So for someone to be in a position where they feel so strongly about their provincial identity and that it really is close to their culture, how they feel, how they want to live. It is really, it is interesting. And I'm almost jealous of it. Because I don't think I've ever really had that. You know, like the province that I'm from is called British Columbia. And I don't live there anymore. And it's okay, because I don't really know if I match that culture either. It's a little bit pretentious. It's, I don't know. I like all the pot smoking. You know, I'm a fan of that. BC got that right ages before everybody else. But, everything else, they haven't, dealt with their drug problems really well. And the province has really, you know, fair weather. And that's meant historically throughout, you know, the term of the country. A lot of displaced peoples, we'll say, have effectively been moved over to that province. You know, whether voluntarily on their own terms, like this is a easier place to be homeless all year round. Or, you know, it's happened through different displacement programs, or the government moving them, or criminal charges and serving your sentence in a different prison than where you were sentenced. You know, like, there's tons of ways that people can move over there. And then on light charges, because unfortunately, like, the Canadian justice system is a giant pushover. We will basically, like, hold your hand for 20 minutes after you commit a crime and let you go back out. So you have a lot of folks in BC where, like, in the major city, Vancouver, and unfortunately spreading out throughout the Greater Vancouver area, the addiction, the homelessness, and the crime that is supporting those two lifestyles, ooh, it's intolerable. It's really tough. You can't be there anymore. At least I don't think so. So that kind of knocks out another province to claim as my identity. And I like the idea of being Canadian. But it seems like a lot of folks are intent on dividing up that definition too. You know, I'm a right-wing Canadian. I'm a healthcare supporting Canadian. I'm a science-based Canadian. You know, like, these are all just ways to make us play on different teams when we could be different divisions of the same team and be way more successful. I want to try and resist titles tearing us apart as much as possible. Which is why I don't tend to focus on them. I'm a little uncomfortable with them myself. Even claiming I am something is kind of putting a lid on what I could be, you know? Okay. Well, we're in a position. We have a few clears out of the way, and that's always a fun thing. I'm kind of curious. I don't know. Hey, have you heard the news? There's a rumor that 2 enormous monsters with thick shells have appeared in the volcanic belt. There must be a hunter somewhere who can face them. Yeah, let's go be the people who finish off this. You have anything interesting today? No, so this is what I bought. I bought some of these because they're good for gold fish or whatever. But the chances of still getting one are so low. If I feel like I actually am going to do it, I might as well just, like, I don't know, do a time lapse of it. All right. Now, these are the crab things, right? I don't really know where crab things want to go in a volcano. I guess there could be a few places. Nah, who knows? Maybe, I know these things like to crawl on the ceiling. Hey, there's one. I'm kind of curious why this is a high star quest. Like, does this thing really stack? Does fighting 2 of these really stack against fighting a Raytheon and a Rathalos at the same time? Like, I don't know, man. Nope, I zigged when I should have zagged. But it doesn't really matter. I barely took any damage for that. Kind of goes to show how mismatched I was fighting all those Plesioth. That being said, this guy could still bubble me, and that will probably, like, suck still. Okay. I'm soaking a lot of damage here. But that should generally put me in an okay position. Okay, hello crab. Oh wow, a second stagger already. All right. Well, I do say that was a pretty good area transition. Oh no, I missed a good hit. Now I gotta just like stand here. Waiting, not trying to blow up. Oh no. Okay, well, one opportunity to attack is another man's opportunity to heal. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, really? Again? I guess I'm going to be using a lot of potions for the other one. Alright, you can get down from there now. You have about extended your health quota. I no longer expect you to be around. Please cease and desist all being a crab behaviors. Thank you. I guess this is the one that's a little bit more lobster-faced. Hey, cool. There's the other one. Like, I see no reason not to paintball it. Dun, 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 dun. I got my cat's dancing. He knows what's up. Oh, I thought that was like the death. Nope, that was the death. All right, other Centaur, I'm just going to finish carving up this one, and then I will come right over to you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna do that again. Which is fine. Like, that's what they've chosen to do for every Call of Duty game ever, and that's worked out. No, I don't know. I don't actually play Call of Duty. I have played Call of Duty. I think that's an important distinction to make. I'm not one of those people that always eschewed it and said it was bad, because like the first, like what, 3 games were really, really cool. They had good storylines. 4 had a good storyline. I think it just got away from itself, and now it's like it views itself like a season of football or something, you know, like it always has to happen. So I don't know. And then things are tied up in like this, I don't know, I have a buddy who's been talking about it a lot. This like Blizzard Activision thing, and I don't know, I don't want it to happen because I don't like Game Pass. I like owning games. I like free owning games, you know, like give me the file, let me decompile it and port it if I want, like give me the whole thing. So the idea of like paying a subscription and just being able to download something as long as I'm still paying that subscription, like that sucks. That doesn't, like, for my worldview, if I had to, like, you know, if I lost my job and I lost all my friends and I lost every ability to make money, I hope I could still sit in my mom's basement and plug in my whatever and play some games or something, you know? If you can't even enjoy games unless you're making money, I don't know. Like, subscriptions are one thing, right? Because, like, arguably you need to buy games, you need to buy a console in the first place to play them. But there's that sort of like, once you have it, okay, now you own it. As long as you can pay for some electricity, you can play that thing. You can't do that if you only subscribe to a game. And then if you can, like, aren't you stealing it yourself? You know, if you're like forcing files, say, on your computer, or you're like using a CD cracker or whatever. CD cracker. I'm showing how fucking old I am. Nowadays, anyways. Jeez, that was how it used to be. I don't think you even need CG gens anymore, right? Like, why would you? Are there security disks anymore? Does anybody include security keys in the box of the game for PC? I don't think that's a thing anymore. Geez, that used to be such a weird thing too. Like, you know, like you buy a game on PC and it feels like you're uncovering some sort of government fucking secret, you know? Like, install this, put in this disk at this time, now put in this disk, now put in this code, now wait, now log into this, now make an account here, now give me your phone number, now confirm where in the world you are, you know? And it's like, Jesus, what am I doing? Becoming a member of the CIA? I just want to play Diablo. Which is also another game that's like, it's so sad to see fall from grace. Diablo 2 is, as I'm sure many people agree, prime time. Diablo 3 was alright. I don't know, like, you can hope Diablo 4 is good, but it unfortunately seems like Blizzard as a company doesn't deserve faith anymore, especially considering, like, geez, you look at the fiasco that Overwatch 2 has been. And you know, it's kind of funny, I don't even play Overwatch. I think if you're going to play a game that has that type of like multiplayer and you want to play something new, go play Shatterline. Go grab that on Steam. It's free. It controls really, really well. The movement's great, runs great. It had some issue crashing and like the release, the starter release. And for me anyways, the past few patches have resolved those crashing issues. And now it's just a solid game. The team modes are great. The PvE is really, really fun. And I think it has similar kind of PvP to what I understand Overwatch to be. A little bit of CSGO too. But it's fun. It's a good combo. And it's probably more worth your time because the studio is, at least based on their description, based out of Kiev, so Ukraine. And if you want to, support a studio that's developing a cool first-person shooter in the middle of a war, kind of a unique opportunity to do so. Nice. Okay, well, that is one more, what is this, 6-star quest? One of those done. Awesome. All right, well, I wonder if this is going to unlock anything at that ranking. Because technically, I don't think we've crossed over into high rank monsters yet. I think we might be able to get those in the village when we get quests from the cat. But I don't think this the elder will give it to us. Dun, 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 dun. All right, armor spheres and stuff, commendations, all nice stuff. There we go. We have slayed a bunch of water-based creatures. A lot of crabs. A lot of plesioths. Did that unlock anything else? I'm not going to run it right now. I'm more just... No, I don't think that majorly changed anything. So we really only have, what, 1, 2, 3 quests left to do. The one that we need to do is the Diablos one. Like, that'll advance us. But we're not rushing. Cool. And then there is a Chameleos and a Lanustra, both of which are admittedly challenging opponents. So we have a lot of pretty big hunts coming up. And we will get to them on the next episode. Thanks for checking out Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Have a good one.